Is Murli, that is revised Murli of 28th November 1969. And the title of Murli is Methods to Transform the Worldly into Spiritual, that is lokik to alokik. So yesterday, Baba helped us understand how we can be surrendered completely. And as we continue in this Murli today, so in today's Murli, Baba asked like you have come here for bhakti. So like yesterday, Baba asked us to check about three things, that is thoughts, words, and actions. So Baba asked us to check today in terms of your body, mind, and wealth. So it is when we are obedient and faithful, only then we'll be able to be loving and cooperative to Bap Dada and family. So Baba said, we'll only finish all the conflicts as we come closer to one another. Like we see the beads of mala. So as all the beads are together in the thread, so in the same way, like we all have to come closer, and only then there will be no conflicts at all. And Baba asked us to maintain the account of three things like body, mind, and wealth, and also time. So how well we are using it. So when we are giving the account or we are sharing it with Baba or writing a letter, Baba said, like, the more you keep it short and clear, which means internally also your stage will be very clear. Because the more we are writing in detail, which means that there is a lot of conflict inside. So this is a wonderful thing that I really loved about today's Murli, and something which is very interesting. Then Baba said that we as effort makers do not have the freedom to make mistakes. And hence we cannot give excuse that I am Purusharthi or I am an effort maker. And also Baba reminded us the law of karma, where Baba said, whoever does something, he receives the return of that. So it is very important, like what actions I perform. And whatever I do, when others see me, they'll do the same thing. So again, I am an instrument, so I have to remind myself again and again that I have to only follow Srimad and do all the actions according to Srimad. So why Baba said that there is weakness in your effort? Because instead of taking the knowledge or advantage of knowledge in the right way, we use it in the wrong way. And hence it becomes our own weakness in the effort. And in order to finish all the obstacles, Baba asked us to imbibe four powers. One is the power to pack up, that is to make something short. Second is to power to accommodate. Third is power to tolerate. And fourth is power to confront. And it is to confront Maya and not Baptada. Then when we when we imbibe these four powers, only then we will be able to surrender ourselves completely or eternally. And Baba said that you have to reveal Baba to the world. So it is now our duty, like Baba has revealed us to the world. Now it is our duty as children to reveal Baba to all the souls through every task and every aspect. So Baba asked us to check today, like, are you completely surrendered? Okay. And how well are you serving? So just to give a message is not, doing service, but bringing all these souls in, into a relationship with Baba is very important. So that relations, to forge their love and relationship with Baba is very, very important. And like now the time is very, very short. So it is very important, like how we are serving, or what is the method of service. So Baba also explained about that in today's Murli. And Baba said that to be surrendered means there shouldn't be any waste thought, because if we have waste thoughts, it will waste our time and energy. So to be completely surrendered means that there shouldn't be even a single waste thoughts. And only then we'll have a lot of enthusiasm and will be completely surrendered. So greatest surrender is being surrendered even in thoughts. So let us continue with today's Murli. I'll share the screen quickly. So again, it is 28th November 1969, and methods to transform the worldly, that is lokik, into spiritual, that is alokik. So yesterday we left it here. I'll just continue with the last statement. So continue to apply a full stop and you will be able to stabilize yourself in the stage of a point. So today Bap Dada is asking children, what will you do after the bhatti? How will you make the task of the yajna progress? What will you adopt as a method for your progress? So very interesting questions for reflection. You have to imbibe the divine virtues and become loving anyway. But what will you do in a practical form? All of you related how you will be loving and cooperative to Bap Dada and the family. But in what aspects do you have to become that? Together with your thoughts, words, and actions, you also have to check yourself in terms of your body, mind, and wealth. So three things like what Baba spoke about yesterday. In continuation, Baba asked us to check in terms of your body, mind, and wealth. It is when you are obedient and faithful that you will be able to be loving and cooperative to Bap Dada and the family. What is the sign of those who are cooperative? They will be close to the family and Bap Dada in their thoughts and actions. As you continue to come closer to one another in opinion, all conflict of opinion will finish. As you continue to come closer to one another in opinion, all conflict of opinion will finish. You have been given the method to become helpers and how to be faithful. So wonderfully, Baba is explaining this, how we can come closer, how there can be the best conflict resolution method or technique is Baba is teaching. Okay, so we have to become helpers and how to be faithful. Secondly, in what way should those who have surrendered completely use their mind, body, wealth, and time? So there's one more addition here of time. Of course, you have to pay attention to your family, but do you have the accurate judgment of whether you are accurately using the four things that you have given? Is a totally surrendered soul giving his body, mind, wealth, and time to the extent that he should be? Baba asks us to check. You must maintain the account of how you use your body, mind, wealth, and time. Just as you maintain an account of your home, in the same way, those who have surrendered completely should also write this account. So it is very important, like how we keep the track of these things so that we know, like if it is, used for service or it is wasted. Okay. So write where and how did you use your body? You have to write it in short but clearly. There is detail also, but sometimes it is not clear because we talk about a lot of stories and a lot of things, who did what and why. So Baba doesn't want us to share it in detail. So this is why it should be short and clear. The shorter and clearer you write it, so accordingly your internal stage will also be clear. So if you keep your thoughts short, your news will be short and the line of effort will be clear. Then your news will also be clear. The entire account will be included in this. Thirdly, remember whatever you have been continuing to do in your thoughts, words, and actions due to lack of effort, that should be totally removed from the intellect. as though you have taken a new birth. So like whatever has happened in the past, in thoughts, words, and actions, due to lack of effort. So Baba said, put a full stop there. Like Baba said yesterday, if you have question mark, it is a little difficult and there will be a queue of a lot of questions. So putting a full stop is easy. So in the same way, Baba said, like if you put a full stop, which means you shouldn't think about it in such a way that as if you have taken a new birth, we don't remember anything of the past birth. So in your effort, you have to leave behind all the things of weaknesses here. Then you will not write in your letters how such and such happened due to the sanskars of the past. Since you have completely surrendered, you must think that that was something you already donated. If you accept again what you have donated, what will be the result? So when you maintain this awareness, all four things will be transformed. You must never let such words emerge from your mouth. Why do obstacles come in front of you? This is another interesting perspective where Baba has put it very beautifully. Okay, why do obstacles come in front of you? Because you have imbibed the knowledge in the wrong way. If you make a mistake, you say, we have yet to become perfect. There is still time remaining. We are still effort makers. So all the excuses in the series of, I'm yet to become perfect, there is still time remaining, and we are still effort makers. That is the best excuse that everyone gives. कि नहीं अभी तो हम पुरुषार्थी है. So effort makers do not have the freedom to make mistakes. Effort makers do not have the freedom to make mistakes. But nowadays, most of you think that to be an effort maker means that your mistakes are forgiven. पुरुषार्थी है तो बाबा माफ कर देगा. I said, no, this one is doing this, therefore I have to do this. This one has become a jnani, one without knowledge, instead of being a jnani, that is enlightened soul. So what do you have to remember? Whosoever does something, he receives the return of that. Whatever I do, when others see me, they will do the same. So I must not do what I see others doing. I should perform such actions that when others see me, they will be inspired to do the same. So I shouldn't focus on who is doing what, but I have to make sure that what are my actions. So when others see, they should, get inspired to do the same. So you have imbibed these minor things in the wrong way. Instead of taking advantage of knowledge in the right way, you use it the wrong way. So there is weakness in your effort. Although these are things about not making effort, you instead think that these are things of a life of effort. And so you have been using as an instrument points of knowledge to hide the weakness in your effort. So Baba said to finish all these methods and all your obstacles will finish automatically. Okay, you have to imbibe 4 powers. In fact, it is one and the same godly power, but this is said in order to make it clear. So 4 powers. Number 1, the power to pack up, that is the power to make something short. Second, the power to accommodate. Third, power to tolerate. And fourth, the power to confront. But whom do you have to confront? Not Bab Dada or the divine family, but the power to confront the power of Maya. If you imbibe all these 4 powers, you will be able to remain completely and eternally surrendered. It is said, keep everything short and also sort out everything. I have to think this and not this. I have to become this and not this. Continue to sort out everything and then make everything as short as possible. So continue to sort out everything and then make everything as short as possible. सारा विस्तार को बाबा कहते हैं सार में लेके आओ. If whatever you say in 10 words is made short, then the essence can be told in 2 words. Then by making it short in this way, everything will become short. So interesting technique Baba is teaching us. So if there are a lot of thoughts around, you're just thinking about it too much, that's where we miss on the clarity. So in order to have that clarity, think less is the key. So that we can think less and we are very, very clear as in what exactly I want to do. So I can be very, very, very specific. So the more specific, which means you have complete clarity. Even in the world, when we talk about being specific, that actually helps to take the right decisions, and you can, stay focused and you know exactly what you want. So Baba is also reminding us the same thing. So by making it short this way, everything will become short. So you have to make such effort after the bhakti. The other thing you have to remember is that just as Bap Dada has revealed you to the world, so it is now the duty of you children to reveal Bap Dada to all souls through your every task and every aspect. This is your task. Also maintain your chart of how many souls you have given Baba's message to, and whether you have been revealing Bap Dada's love and relationship to those souls through the message. If not, then what service took place? You must not do incomplete service. You have now surrendered completely, so you have to do complete service. Therefore, each of you has to check to how many souls and to what extent you have revealed Bap Dada's love and relationship through your thoughts, words, and actions. Like Baba always says this, whenever you're doing service, do it through three things. That is your thoughts, words, and actions. So in Baba's remembrance, giving the jewels of knowledge, and it should also reflect in your action. So in karmana also, it shouldn't be like, I'm talking something great, wonderful, and in my actions, if I'm not revealing it, it will not make justice. So just to give a message is not service. Just to give a message is not service. To give a message means to bring them into relationship, to bring them close to Baba. So to make them your relations means to make them Brahma Kumars and Kumaris who belong to the clan of Shiva. So this is what it means to make them your relations. You will only make them into your relations when you make them loving. So the connection is, there has to be love. So Baba कहते हैं ना, जैसे स्नेह से पास में लाओ. Okay, only because they experience that love, they'll come closer to you and closer to Baba. So when they become loving, they will become your relations. Just to give the message is the service of crawling speed. The other is fast service. So spread the word in the whole world how Bap Dada is carrying out his task in an incognito way. Forge their love and relationship. All of them are your relations anyway. So they're all connected to us. They are all our brothers and in our relation. So just remind your relations of the relationship. Make the souls who have been separated loving. At present, service is being done in an incognito way, not in a revealed way. When they come to the museums, the revealed external form is something else, but the form of service is at present incognito. Revelation will take place when form of service is revealed. Create new plans for expanding service. How can you spread the sound? Go and give them the information and message fearlessly, without hesitation. Continue to hold exhibitions, but afterwards, you must do whatever you're telling them to do. Get together and think about how the world can come to know what the time is and what task is being carried out. The message should reach them in some way. The service that should take place through papers is not yet being carried out in the form of one gathering. And by understanding one another and giving cooperation, you have to bring about an unlimited form in the unlimited service. So, towards the end, Baba said, the enthusiasm of everyone in this group in an immersed form is to do whatever Bapdada wishes 100%, just as it is in an emerged form that it will happen. It is in everyone's mind to surrender completely from the lokik work. That day is very close. But that will only happen when you have surrendered with the mind. Then it will not take long to surrender from your lokik work. This time, surrender with your mind. A number will be given according to whoever's result is good. Madhuban is Bhatti anyway, whether there is a Bhatti program or not. You will continue to come to Madhuban and give the proof of being immortal. The greatest surrender is that of being surrendered in thought. You should not have any waste thoughts. It is because of these waste thoughts, your time and energy are wasted. So you have to surrender completely, even in thoughts. So you have to be completely surrendered, even in thoughts. So the greatest surrender is that of being surrendered in thought. So you have now, you now have to bring the enthusiasm of the mind into a practical form. Acha, let us give a lot of love and remembrance to our beloved Bap Dada and say namaste to him. Om Shanti. So let us sit in silence for a minute and then continue the journey. And as we are revising the points, also reflect on these questions. How will you make the task of the yajna progress? I'm God's chosen instrument. Baba chose me. So how I can make the task of yajna progress? Like today, Baba asked us to check on these points. What will you do, or what will you adopt as a method for your progress? In what way will you check? And also to bring it in practical form, to imbibe the divine virtues and become loving. What will you do in a practical form? And also check the last thing. What is the sign of being cooperative? Am I cooperative to others, to the divine family, in every thought and action? Am I completely surrendered in every thought? Om Shanti. So let us share, like, what was your takeaway, or which was the point that touched your heart from today's Murli?
Om Shanti. So, really deep Murli. What touched me, amongst other points, this particular point also, that in addition to thoughts, words, and actions, I also need to check myself in terms of how I use my body, my mind, and my wealth. Baba, I have never gone into this kind of detail to like write an account or a kind of account sheet, that where am I using my body, which particular service, and for how long. Similarly, my mind, Baba has focused on the mind management also. Mind is also a resource, body is also a resource, and wealth is also a resource for the soul, in addition to thoughts, words, and actions. So Baba says that we should be, in the towards the end, Baba says we should not have any waste thoughts. So the greatest surrender is that of being surrendered in the thought, that is the mind. So if I take this takeaway today, that I will keep an account of where my mind is going, and what is the quality of the thought, so that I can save myself from the waste thoughts which deplete my time and energy. uh, so Om Shanti, this is a takeaway which I'm taking today amongst others. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Today Baba said that we have to use the four powers, imbibe the four powers. That is the power to merge, the power to accommodate, the power to tolerate, and the power to confront. But whom do we have to confront is with Maya. I just wanted to get a clarification. Is what I feel is when Maya overpowers us, I think sometimes we forget ourselves to confront that. So how to overcome this? Is there any mechanism or tool to do this?
Okay, so you anyone would like to answer this, or?
Om Shanti. Sister, I've been using this technique. I learned it through one of the Baba's apps,
Okay.
in which it was mentioned that you have to just say the word Shanti several times in your mind. And see, it was such an easy technique. The actual activity would be to replace the entire thought. But at that moment, probably we are frozen. So it doesn't actually matter. You have to continuously keep uttering the word Shanti, 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 how many ever time as possible. And
Okay.
that will give you a lot of awareness. At least it has given me. It gives me an awareness as to what am I thinking, what am I hearing, what am I seeing. So that was one technique. And Baba says put full stop to the past and the future, because both of them are also waste thoughts and they can bring up Maya as well. So it is better that you put a full stop, try to uh, change the venue, write something else, go out of that place. And yes, that way you can be aware of Maya and confront it.
Okay, I think over a period of time when we start practicing, I think we will be able to overcome. That is what I am feeling now. I'm getting a thought like that. And one more thing Baba said is the power to accommodate. I don't have a bit, I think I'm lacking clarity on power to accommodate. Can someone please throw some thoughts on this, please?
Anyone?
Om Shanti. Its power to accommodate means to, in Hindi it is said that samane ki shakti. So as in a river, every kind of canal or a river, in a in the sea, every kind of river or canal enters into it. The water of every channel enters into it. So the river does not say that I cannot accept this kind of water because it's dirty or it's clean, so I will accept it. The river always accepts all kinds of water. And always keeps on flowing. So that is why the river is always clean. So in the same way, when we are on a journey, so we see many kinds of people. Some have good qualities, some have bad qualities, but we keep in the mind only the bad qualities of people and do not accept them. Then we will stop, and so we will become stagnant. So as a stagnant water is not good, so in the same way our mind will also not be clear. But if we keep on flowing, only seeing the good qualities, and so when we keep carrying on our work, seeing the good qualities, so we also become good, and also all other people around us become good. So like Ganpati also, it is said that Ganpati also used to has a big stomach. So because of Samane ki Shakti, because Ganesh ji does not do gossip. He always accommodates. He always if we listen to anyone's weaknesses, then we should not spread it to all other people around us. We should keep it with us only. So this is the quality of Ganesha, which is presented by the big stomach, that we should not do gossip and spread everyone's weaknesses. So this is the power to accommodate. Om Shanti.
So is it that it is indirectly called as acceptance or something?
Yes, acceptance in the sense that we are only looking at the good qualities of other people and not the bad ones.
Okay.
And we are ignoring the weaknesses of others.
Other people. Thank you very much, Didi.
You can also say it like that. It's just Baba gives you the ability to accept the presence, the ideas, the nature and desires of others. So do you have this ability to accept? Just like, as she said, the river accommodates, and it depends on the path of the river, but it reaches the ocean. So the main thing what the power teaches us, to fit in all situations, but yet remain original, not to lose my originality. Fit in all situations, but yet remain original. Om Shanti.
Thank you very much, Didi. Om Shanti.
It is also similar. Visualize a situation where there is a garden, and there are variety flowers there, and the gardener is taking care of everyone through thoughts, words, and actions. And the variety of the flowers are there. So the gardener will not create a thought that this flower is like this flower is like this. He will give equal nourishment to everyone. So the gardener here is, in this example, is a soul, and various flowers are the variety souls who are there surrounding me in my office, in my home, in my business profession. So this is the power of the soul to accommodate everyone. That means I am giving them blessings through my thoughts, words, and actions, and while playing the role. So this is the power to accommodate. Om Shanti.
Thank you,
Adding
brother.
on to what Ombai just mentioned, if we look at sun never says that I will not give light to this soul or the other soul. The same is with tree. When we are sitting under a tree, the tree gives shadow to everybody. It gives the calm and the soothing impact to everyone who comes and sits under the tree. So I was just getting well, the brother was speaking about the gardener, how even things in nature makes us learn so many things when it goes to accommodating. So the beauty of accommodation is we take everybody together. It is the principle of being together, be as we and not me. Om Shanti.
Thank you,
Yeah.
sister. Shanti.
And the sister also, I think, spoke about the this that we have to see the virtues. The soul, when soul as a in the role of a gardener, will appreciate every flower. Every flower has got some virtues, which are emerged and some are merged. I mean, which are not very clear, but some are very clear. So that is the Visheshta, that is a quality. So he always describes those qualities and accepts those qualities, and also accepts that probably there would be some weaknesses also. So he accepts those weaknesses, I mean, unconditionally. The love towards the soul is unconditional, irrespective of the variety. I mean, that's what is the power. It's a power of intellect also. Intellect also helps the soul in actually not looking for any weaknesses in anyone. Intellect supports the soul in this in a supporting role. That intellect will always look at the virtues. What is the Visheshta? Because he is also part of the divine family. Brahma is the creator for that soul also. So there is, what is that virtue which Brahma has created in that soul? That the intellect, when it sees, then the soul is called to be having the power to accommodate.
Thank you, brother. Om Shanti.
Any more sharing from today's Murli? Thank you so much for wonderful sharing and explaining the power to accommodate.
Another power which Baba has told us in a practical form, which we sometimes, like in myself also, I may confront, this is a power to confront. Baba makes it very clear that power of confront is the power of the soul, which should not be used in a wrong way. It should not be used to confront my own, family, divine family, Brahmin family, or the basically I should confront the power of Maya. Maya is something like where Maya is nothing but my own weaknesses, my own non-conformities to Srimad. So there I must confront them head on and correct them and come back to the my eternal state. Om Shanti.
Yes, brother, and while we speak about confronting ourselves, and if we're confronting even others, while we're confronting others, we make sure that we enroll that person to look at a particular act which is to be confronted and not the person. So what I was getting here is how to distinguish between being present to what has happened at that point of time and yet being detached from having any personal allegations against anyone. Om Shanti.
Yeah, while confronting with suppose there's a person and there are some weaknesses because that is bothering you in that particular role. So then in that case, Baba says that as per the Srimad, we must first see what is virtues in that soul, describe them to him or her, that soul, and then come to that particular weakness and just tell him that this is, if he or she can improve in that, this field definitely is going to be a very a jewel who can contribute a lot at a much higher level. Om Shanti.
What I take away from the part to confront is, I think just the language has changed. I think more about part to face, the facing power. Anyway, as I was just linking the Murli, Baba gave us task. Like when brother started the Murli, he gave us task. He said, be close, be accurate by using your body, mind, intellect, remove all weaknesses. And do you know why obstacles come? Because you have not known the knowledge in a right way, effort makers. And for all this, he says, okay, here you take. I'm giving you the tools for it. And the tools are the 4 powers which you need for it. But what I would like to take away is at the end, that Bab Dada said, revealing Bab Dada, just giving message is not service. You have to bring them in close relationship. And that you can only do when you're loving and cooperative. Again, go back. For that, you need even the power to accommodate everyone are this. So if you see this whole paragraph, this last but one paragraph, if you see the task, the power, and why he's saying that, because now he wants result. Baba's looking, he's saying your message is as a crawling speed. No, he's saying bring everyone in love and relationship, and just not you, show Bab Dada behind. That's saying he is carrying out his task in an incognito way. I think I just liked this link which he has shown in this paragraph. Om Shanti.
Yeah, very beautifully brought across this point, Girijaben, where Baba mentions that if we speak in Hindi, Baba says, Sneha jahan hoga, wahan sahyog apne aap hoga. So it's the beads of love that brings in the family together. And where there is love, cooperation will come automatically. So while you were sharing this, and before that, when we were speaking about confrontation, so how do I bring about love and compassion while I'm confronting myself or others? And being gentle and being graceful is one more method to bringing in the whole family together. And in this Murli, Baba mentions very clearly in the initial part of the Murli that whether it's going to be alokik family or lokik family, everyone is Brahma's children. So see them with that eyes and with that pure heart. Om Shanti.
I guess Baba gives a lot of methods to love ourselves as well. Now he says that apart from serving others, serve yourselves as well first. So that amount of freedom probably is nowhere else, that you serve yourself as well. Nobody tells this in the world. But Baba says that love yourselves first. I mean, serve yourselves also. So that way we get some time or some freedom to care for ourselves. That way we can develop love for ourselves first, and then that would probably also increase the power to accommodate and then look into our weaknesses and confront them. Thank you, Baba.
What is the homework that you'll do, or what will be your homework for today? What is something that you'll do on your own? Like Baba gave us few points to reflect, or a task to do. So what is your personal task? If you can put it in the chat box, or if you can share, even that will be a great takeaway.
I think one thought just touched me about this power to confront. Basically, to where I do an introspection, either as a soul, do my introspection and check where are those weaknesses which are lying hidden, and to make them come to the front, and then look at them look at these each weaknesses in a powerful stage, and through power of remembrance, I destroy them. I think that is the power to confront. Baba is basically saying to approach inside out. I must work on myself before I can, confront the world. I mean, to reveal Baba's message. Om Shanti.
Great, great. Thank you so much for wonderful sharing and wonderful churning. And there are like great, interesting points that everyone is sharing in the chat box also. How you can surrender in every thought, that is to avoid waste thoughts, use the power to confront, how it can help the soul, to judge your own self, check and change, revealed by love and cooperation, confront with love, compassion, and compassion for self first. I'm incognito. Great. So how to bring people in relation and reveal Baba by power of love. So wonderful sharing. I guess uh, it was a wonderful Murli yesterday and today in continuation. So how we can transform the lokik to alokik. So first is like to check if I'm completely surrendered, and then what if I have to first change the vision, like what Baba said yesterday. So when I change my vision and my thoughts, once I have imbibed that purity in my thoughts and the way I see other souls, it is not to see the body but the soul. And again, looking at everything around, I have to transform it to alokik. Like yesterday also, as I said, if you're looking at the tree, remember the kalpavriksha. If you're looking at the wheel, remember the cycle. So in the same way, each and everything, like whatever I'm seeing around, I have to connect it with the knowledge. So it is easy for me to remember Baba and move from lokik to alokik. So let us keep that thing in mind, and also to make sure that my every thought, I have to keep a very close watch on my each and every thought. What is exactly happening in my inner world? Am I close to Baba? Looking at the thoughts, we can observe and we can check. Am I close to Baba? Am I churning the knowledge? Am I in my awareness of who I am? And am I connected with Baba? So once we get to know or get to see the, on my inside, like if I get to see and check myself, then automatically my external things that I do in terms of imbibing the divine virtues or, uh, in my actions, automatically that knowledge will reflect. So thank you so much. Now we'll just sit in silence for a while and remember Baba, and also practice today to sit for a while and reflect on these questions, what Baba said, how you are, you know, uh, helping or in this yagya, like how can you, what is the task that you can do to make this yagya progress, or what is the method that you have adopted to for your progress. So let us sit today and for at least for some time write few lines about these things, like how am I, let's say yagya rakshak, if you see, how am I progressing myself and contributing in yagya's progress. So if I progress, automatically it will help the whole yagya. So if we just sit down and do this writing practice also, I think it will be a great exercise for today. And we can also check if our thoughts are short so that we can sort out everything as Baba said. Okay, so let us sit back. And check if my mind is silent, at ease. Am I holding something too much? Or have I set myself free? Feeling that space, that comfort, and lightness. I see myself as the being of light, full of peace, full of light. My mind, all my thoughts are light. Focusing on myself, on who I am. Remembering the task of revealing Baba, Bab Dada, through my every thought, word, and action. Through my body, mind, wealth, and time. There is no room for waste. And I am the best actor in this world drama. Baba is with me. I am in Baba's company. And Baba is only my companion. I am full of light, full of power, full of love, spreading that love and light in the entire world, giving message to all my brother souls, drawing them closer to Baba, closer to the Brahmin clan. Feeling good, feeling great as world benefactor, world server. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Datta Bhai. Thank you, Divine Family. We shall meet tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. Om Shanti.
Thank you,
Thank
Baba.
Thank you, brother.